So working with Autumn Gold and Transforming Blue, I'm just going to work on a cascade of leaves on the top of this base colour. So I'm going to start off with this one. I want it stronger than that. I want it a really strong colour, plenty of paint in my brush, nice and wet. Really open the brush. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit wonky, don't care. Put some nice colour on there. And then into the Transforming Blue. Quite dilute, I think, and I'm going to ask this colour just to come off the paper. I want it to run out, and here as well. This will be a lovely subtle colour. And I think a little bit here too. So we've got 3 lovely leaves here. Lovely colours. This is going to look lovely. Really like that. Back to my Autumn Gold. And I want this one coming off the sheet. So this is going to be a few splashes. Lovely. And then I'm going to have bags of colour. So a scoop of the Autumn Gold, scoop into that. So just tone down a little bit. I'm going to come out here with this lovely, subtle, very wet colour. Just water going in here. So it's going to imply another leaf here. And another one here. Let that just touch. Bit of water, just throwing that on the paper. And then I'm going to get my stick and I'm just going to put in some lines here, just pulling that paint through. A little bit more of the Transforming Blue on the stick. And I just want the idea of some berries there. And I think I'm going to put some berries here too. Just suggestion. Then really dilute. Actually, I'm going to put a little bit of turquoise in this as well. Just a tiny bit. Because I want this leaf to have a hint of turquoise, but very pale. Going off here. Autumn Gold. Pick up some of these colours. Okay, this is looking lovely. Got a nice dark colour here. Let's get some real strong Transforming Blue here. This is going to be a lovely dark colour, even more, because that's better. And I think a bit of water, a bit more of a dilute Transforming Blue here. I quite like the idea of that little gap there. And into a pale Autumn Gold. Very pale. And then I think I'm just going to lift it and tilt it a little bit. Bit of water. This is going to give us some nice textures. And we just watch. Tilt it up a bit. Lovely. So I'm going to put some lovely dark lines on this as well. This is just the first layer. Okay. Then we'll take it into this section. Kind of work up the page. I might just, I've seen that and I'm just thinking, do you know, I think I'm going to put a little bit of dark on there. See what happens if I just put a bit of dark there. That's almost dry, so I won't put it on there. Just a little bit, just see what happens. Ooh, lovely. So this is my 1/4 imperial sheet of paper now that I have embellished it. So I put a lot more onto it. And this is going to be the basis for my concertina journal. So to prepare for the next stage, I have folded this paper in half and in half again. Both that way and that way. So I folded it into 16 oblongs. So now my task is to decide, do I want my journal landscape format or portrait format? Because if I wanted landscape format, so I look at all of these little squares, so this would be 2 spreads, and this, and this, and this. So you can kind of see how it's going to look. If I wanted landscape format, I'm going to cut along that edge, along that fold, and in the middle, and along that fold. If on the other hand I decide I want a portrait format book, it means I've got to cut along these sections. So again in the centre, but the short sections are where I've got to cut it. Then I will end up with those pages there, 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 and so forth. So this is crucial because where I actually decide to cut it is the deciding factor of whether I'm going to get a landscape book or a portrait book. And because I painted this with a cascading element this way, I wanted it portrait. But if I looked at it and decided, actually I'm going to change my mind and make it landscape, I could easily make it landscape at this stage. So I'm going to go away, I'm going to cut this, and then I'm going to come back and show you the results. So this is now the results when it's been cut. So there's my cuts. I know it's shocking, isn't it, when you cut into something, but this is going to make it a whole lot better. So now I've cut it and I can start to decide on the order that I want my book. And this is really, I think, the exciting bit where you play around with these pieces. And of course you can move them any way you like. You can put them upside down, any way you like. That's quite nice. I like that. That's going to look lovely. But these are my spreads. This is going to be my book. So I'm going to open my pages like this. So that's what I have to imagine now. And this is when I play around with this and decide which way up I want the pages and in which order. And when I decide that, once I decide, actually, I really like this, this is how I want it, Then I tape it, and once I've taped it, I've then got my concertina book. So, time to play around and have a little bit of a think. So these are all of my cut sections, and I'm thinking this is the way I'm going to tape them up. Now they're not taped up yet, but before I tape them up, I just do a little look through and look at all of the pages before I tape them together, just to make sure that that is the order that I would like them in. And then if I'm happy with that, I'll tape those together. Weight them down and tape them up. So this is now taped, and this is our quick run through now that it's all taped. This is actually quite exciting, this bit. You can start to see it really form as a book. And that's it. And that becomes your concertina book.